There's a part of you that wants stillness, to wake up with nothing to prove, to feel peace, control, clarity. But there's another part of you, one that wants to rise, to break the mold, to dominate the game. Not just to be free, but to matter. This is the inner war most ambitious people never talk about. Because the world told you that you can't have both. You can either chase power like Nietzsche or protect your peace like Marcus Aurelius. But not both. Today, we challenge that. To understand the modern high achiever, you have to understand these two men. Marcus Aurelius, Roman emperor, Stoic philosopher. The man who ruled an empire and still told himself to stay calm, to let go, to remain rational in the face of chaos. And Friedrich Nietzsche, the German philosopher who warned us that too much peace, too much order, could kill the soul. That to truly live, we must become more than what we were taught to be. He called this becoming the Übermensch, the one who creates values rather than inheriting them. Marcus and Nietzsche, they never met. They lived in different eras. But in many ways, Marcus and Nietzsche represent the split inside all of us. One says, master yourself by calming your impulses. The other says, master yourself by expressing them fully. Which one is right? Or are both missing something? Let's start with Nietzsche. He saw life not as a problem to be solved, but a force to be expressed. To him, most people live like shadows, small, apologetic versions of themselves, shaped by what society tells them is good or moral or right. He called this herd morality, and he hated it. Nietzsche believed that the highest form of life was one that didn't ask for permission. The Übermensch is not evil. He's not selfish. He's simply alive. Fully, unapologetically alive. And yet, there's a danger in this path, because power doesn't come with peace built in. When you chase greatness without grounding, you burn. When you defy the world without understanding yourself, you become untethered. Nietzsche never found the peace he wrote about. His ideas were lightning bolts, but his life? It ended in silence, collapse, and madness. And that matters, because becoming more without becoming whole isn't transcendence. It's escape. Now, let's speak about Marcus Aurelius. While Nietzsche was challenging morality, Marcus was trying to master his own mind. He ruled during war, plague, political betrayal. But every night, he returned to his journal, writing reminders not to let anger rule him, not to be swayed by pain or pleasure, to remain indifferent to fame, wealth, or opinion. This is the heart of Stoicism. Don't control the world. Control how you respond to it. For Marcus, peace came not from expression, but from restraint. And there's wisdom here, especially for those of us who feel constantly overwhelmed, pulled in 1,000 directions. But here's the shadow side of Stoicism. It can become another mask, another form of emotional suppression, dressed up as maturity. Because if you calm everything, if you master every response, if you never let yourself want loudly or feel fully, what's left? You become safe. but small. Peaceful, but numb. Control, at its worst, is just fear wearing a robe. This is the crisis of the modern achiever. You want to be strong, but not cold. Driven, but not hollow. Disciplined, but still, you want to feel something. Nietzsche says, "Become the storm." Marcus says, "Be the stillness." But what if neither is enough? Because real life, modern life, is more complex. You're not just managing a battlefield or writing philosophy in a cabin. You're working, performing, scrolling, comparing. You're living in a culture that tells you, be everything, be more, and stay calm while you do it. No wonder you're exhausted. What if the real problem isn't choosing Nietzsche or Marcus, but believing you ever had to choose? Let's imagine a different path. A path where your power doesn't come from domination, but from depth. Where your peace isn't built on suppression, but on integration. This is where Jung, the psychologist, becomes the missing bridge. He said, "I'd rather be whole than good." Because wholeness means you hold both, the rage and the restraint, the ambition and the acceptance, the wildness of Nietzsche and the wisdom of Marcus, not in conflict, but in communion. You don't need to become the Übermensch. You don't need to become the sage. You need to become yourself. And that version of you will sometimes want peace, and sometimes want power. And that's not weakness. That's the map. So ask yourself, quietly, honestly, are you becoming someone who's powerful, but disconnected from feeling? Or someone who's calm, but secretly unfulfilled? You don't need to pick a side, but you do need to know the cost of each. And you need to know this: you can create, you can lead, you can rise, and still find a place of silence inside you that isn't fake, but earned. Peace without power is safety. Power without peace is chaos. But peace with power, that's presence. That's danger with depth. That's you, finally whole. If this spoke to something deep in you, leave a comment. Which part of you is louder right now? The one that wants more, or the one that wants peace? And if you want more videos like this, subscribe. Because you don't just need motivation, you need a philosophy, and maybe a new kind of self to carry it.